Remember when there was a Pokémon concert for their new film?
So you wanna be the master of Pokémon, understand the secrets and have some fun. So you wanna be the master of Pokémon.
Let's go back.
Tamagotchi,
Of Y2K.
Well, here I am with another channel surfing video that nobody asked for. I found a few new videos that didn't warrant an entire video dedicated to them, so let the channel surfing begin.
A perfect way to show McDonald's how I feel. I go to Burger King.
Yo soy Tito, estoy chiquito, soy bonito, peloncito y guapetón.
Hollywood, it's the premiere of Pokémon the Movie 2000.
It's the Pokémon 2000 concert on WB! I remember when they used to do these sort of televised concerts for upcoming films. I specifically remember a concert with different musicians singing Elvis songs for the release of Lilo and Stitch. This one in particular was for the upcoming Pokémon 2000 film in 1999, and it's hosted by Kel Mitchell. Look at Pikachu behind Kel, that adorable son of a bitch. They tout appearances by Christina Aguilera and NSYNC throughout, but Christina and NSYNC make about 20-second cameos in a pre-recorded interview, so let's not worry about them. It opens with the boy band Youngstown featuring Nobody's Angel. Yeah, I don't know either. But they're the peak definition of late 90s, early 2000s fashion. Look at those frosted tips. The song goes along the lines of "We all live in a Pokemon world," which would have been a much more appropriate song for the release of the Pokemon Go app.
Pokemon go to the polls.
David Gallagher from Seventh Heaven comes out and tells everyone how much he loves Pokemon and what the power of one means to him.
Well, to me, it means that each and every one of us have the power to make a difference.
Yeah, that's good.
That didn't sound fake at all. He sounds like one of those actors who does a PSA for drugs and then goes back home and snorts a line of cocaine. Kobe Bryant makes a pre-recorded appearance. There isn't anything important to note here except for the fact that he's wearing a bucket hat. What, did you think I was going to see Kobe Bryant in a bucket hat and not put it in this video?
Who's that Pokémon?
Oh, it's the blue and white flying one. Honestly, if they're not the original 151, I'm gonna struggle with names.
It's the legendary Lugia.
Yes, Luigio, that's the one I meant. Nailed it. We get a bit of a behind the scenes of the making of the Pokémon 2000 soundtrack, and I've gotta say, it may be the weirdest lineup of musicians I've ever seen. You've got Donna Summer, Westlife, the B-52s, Weird Al Yankovic, and O-Town. Remember O-Town? They were the boy band group that were on a reality show to become a boy band. I think they had one hit, and you bet your ass I owned that single on CD when I was a kid. Anyway, the final performance of the special is from Dream Street, who honestly just look like the first group, but if you left them in the washing machine too long. Isn't this technically child labor? I was actually fascinated by the lyrics to this song. It's kind of like, ugh, adults are so dumb and they just don't understand Pokemon. I actually looked up the lyrics, and here's my favorite part. They say we're just playing games, that it isn't real, but it's what we feel, oh yeah. And they say it doesn't make sense, that we're just wasting time, and they wonder why, yeah. You know, we got our own special language, that only we can speak, oh yeah, and no one else knows what it means, oh no. I gave my own William Shatner rendition of the song instead of playing the actual clip because I don't need a group of pre-teens knocking down my door. Yeah, I know they're not that age anymore. Stop trying to ruin my poorly constructed joke. Let's see what else is on.
Pika, Pika! Pikachu!
Tell us a story,
I like to tell stories that make you smile. Stories that are scary or sad.
Myra, will you be my
I
wife?
got a Big Mac.
Play McDonald's Delicious Decision. Just pick up a card at McDonald's and choose between the new McDLT.
Last call, express bus for Easton and Charleston now departing from gate 7.
This was a video that was sent to me. It's an after-school special from 1979 called Shoeshine Girl by the Learning Corporation of America.
Just because my mother found some shirts in my drawer that she didn't buy. It's not like I was trying to steal them.
This girl sounds like she could use some decongestant. Stranger danger! Is that what this is going to be about?
Your parents are going to miss you a lot.
Okay, time to switch seats. Now the story seems to be the girl's parents are sending her to live with her aunt for the summer because she was caught stealing, I think. Her accent is hard to understand sometimes. I always found that weird when a kid messes up and their parents send them away to stay with relatives. I just picture the parents dusting their hands off and going, well, she's not our problem anymore, instead of, addressing the issue.
This is Easton? What a hole! Ugh.
Hey, that's my hometown you're talking about.
Doesn't change the fact you live in a hole, John.
Aunt Claudia's house is nice enough, I guess.
Nice enough? Look at that house. Is Aunt Claudia single?
I am pleased.
Oh, never mind. Little girl here. I don't think I ever caught her name if they say it. I'm just gonna call her Jenny.
Jenny.
So Jenny here asks if her aunt is gonna pay her for doing chores around the house, and she says no.
Why is money so important to you?
Easy for you to say, Mrs. Two-Story House. That thing got a basement too?
You can find a job and work for it.
And when I come home with the money I've earned, you'll probably think I stole it.
I don't think there's any danger of that, Sarah. I don't know anyone who'd want to hire you.
Seems like attitude runs in the family. Also, she's like, what, 12? Hey, I made a joke about child labor in the Pokémon special. Now we're getting into actual child labor. And you thought there wouldn't be a theme for this video. Jenny starts looking for a job and she gets rejected by a bunch of places. And also, this little twerp is following her around. He's one of those good-for-nothing street kids.
I know everything goes on in this town.
Near the end of her search, she runs into a shoe shiner named Al. She tells him he needs help, but the last time he had a helper, they stole from him. Turns out old Al here knows her aunt, and he seems to have a thing for her.
Well, she's quite a woman.
Alright, Al, take a cold shower.
Tell your aunt you saw Al Winkler. Tell her you want to work for me. See what she says.
All right.
Hey, she turned into the Fonz. Her aunt is like, yeah, Al had a crush on me in 4th grade, and you could work for him. The subplot between Al and the aunt really adds depth to this educational video. The next day, she starts shining shoes, and apparently she's a natural shoe shining talent.
Thanks.
Oh, stingy guts.
What did she call him? Stingy guts? Well, whatever it was, Al reacts like she just said the worst slur he's ever heard.
Now, I don't ever want to hear you say anything like that again.
With her newfound wealth, she goes to the store to buy herself a shirt with her name on it, just in case she forgets. Kinda like I did. I can't believe I forgot this kid's name when it was written right there on her t-shirt the whole time. Honestly though, for continuity purposes of this video, I'm still gonna call her Jenny. The next day at work, she gets to prove herself by shining Al's best customer's shoes, despite all the shoes basically being the same.
Give him a try. Go on. Think she can handle me?
Don't say it like that. She does a good job and gets her first tip, but it starts to rain, so Al and Jenny close up the stand and get ice cream. They have a little heart-to-heart about how he used to live in a truck when he was younger. Then he starts talking sweet about his old teacher, Miss Miller. He tells Jenny about the medal she gave him in class, the only medal he's ever received, and she absolutely shatters his world.
That's what you won? That dinky little piece of tin?
But wouldn't you know it, later on, old Al here gets some water from the broken fire hydrant and gets hit by a car. Apparently he's not too bad though, because he tells Jenny to close the shoe shine stand. And like a responsible person would, she doesn't, and instead decides to stay open as she continues to open every day as Al's in the hospital. When she goes to visit Al in the hospital, that kid from earlier pops back up.
This is a bad neighborhood. A lot of gangs.
Get a life, dude. Al is all like, I told you to close the stand, but when she shows him all the money she made, he seems pretty chill with it. That's a life lesson. You can break rules as long as there's money involved.
You know, I've broken some rules to make this.
By the way, afterwards, she hires that boy because she just can't keep up with the shoe shine demand all on her own. Later on, she gets a telegram from her dad that her mom is sick and she needs to come home. She's so upset that she stands in the doorway like Michael Myers staring down his next victim. She says her goodbyes to Al at the shoe shine stand and puts in a good word for the boy. On the bus home, Jenny opens the gift Al gave her. It's the apron she wore on her second day, and inside is the medal his old teacher gave him.
I'll always keep it. Could be the only medal I'll ever get, too.
That's it, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what the lesson was. I assume it was meant to be learning how to earn your way with hard work instead of stealing, but her attitude really never changes throughout, so moving on.
What you gonna do about me? I am white and I'm still not free.
I was put in a kind of like a sterilization chamber to be cleansed of earth bacteria, and several of these creatures had sexual relations with me.
I'm
trying to eat a fish. What is wrong with you? Trying to eat a fish and it falls off the plate.
This is a guy who just really wants to eat his fish.
You're bothering me more than a fish is bothering me. Would you shut up and leave?
Have you ever eaten something spicy before bed and had a weird dream? This show is the embodiment of that.
I'm just trying to eat a fish. What is wrong with you? I'm only trying to eat a fish. Would you shut up? Wrong with you?
This public access television show aired back in 1988 in Tarrytown, New York. And just so you know, this goes on for another 3 minutes.
Would you shut up? You're beginning to bug me. What's your problem? Just trying to eat my fish.
Who is this guy in the background? Just leave him alone. He just wants to eat his fish.
What is wrong with you? Trying to eat a fish.
Let's skip forward a bit.
It is better to burn a candle at both ends than to put it in the closet and let the mice eat it.
Damn, that's deep. I've never thought about candles and mice like that before.
Habits are at first like cobwebs, then like cables.
What the fuck is happening? This skit cuts abruptly into a guy laughing while blowing up balloons and then popping them with a giant arrow.
Are we having fun yet?
I'm just waiting for the camera to pan to the right where someone's gagged and tied up to a chair. I've never actually been on it, but I imagine this is what the dark web is full of. Burt Reynolds in a fatal illness scare. Sure hope he's doing alright.
I'm angry at the universe. Yeah.
The show goes out on a strong point with an up-close shot of a man's face as he shaves. Now that's how you end a sketch. Saturday Night Live might want to take some pointers here. Speaking of going out on a high note, I think that's enough channel surfing for this video. If you have any videos that you think are worth a second look on another channel surfing video, feel free to send it my way. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. For every person who likes this video, may you be able to have your fish and eat it too. Bye everyone.
Alright.